Hello everyone, my name is Azatro, how are you? And welcome to another live stream. I know it's been a while, but we are back. We're going to be talking LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga updates. We are going to be talking Jedi Fallen Order 2, and plenty of other leaks and rumours and news and all kinds of things. I'm also eating my tea. It's a kebab. Hopefully you guys are having a good time eating whatever you're eating if it's time for you to eat. You know, we're all in different time zones. Tyson, what's up? Look at Tyson with his General Grievous badge. Yeah, Skywalker Saga is getting updates, and we are... There's been a development since my last video, so we're going to be talking about that. But first, we need to celebrate an anniversary. It has been 2 years today since the last Battlefront 2 update. Can you believe that? 2 years today! I posted this earlier. Scarif, 2 years ago today. Can you believe that? It's been 2 years today since we got that. Insane, right? I thought for old time's sake, it was 2 years ago yesterday since this came out, so I thought we'd go watch this video.
This
again,
is Dennis
right?
Branwell from the Star Wars Battlefront 2 team. Coming in the next update, inspired by Rogue One, Scarif is a unique battlefront. With islands, white beaches, palm trees,
Why did Scarif have to
sandbars,
kill
and
both our
crystal
WoW
clear
games?
waters, the beautiful scenery is contrasted by towering Imperial facilities.
Not Battlefront 2's birthday.
Play supremacy
Battlefront 2
in the
came
Age
out
of
in November.
Rebellion. Dive into the large conflicts and fight for dominance on Scarif, Hoth, Death
These
Star
community
2,
updates are so high.
Tatooine, and Yavin 4. A selection of these planets will include the option to play as
Look at
starfighters.
that. I remember seeing this and I was like, this is...
These
I can't
same
believe it.
locations
But
will
at the same
also
time,
be
I
added
read,
to instant action,
Ben's
along
message
with an
in Discord
entirely
saying
new
it's
option
over.
for solo play. Instant action missions. Attack and defend sectors with and against AI bots in a variety of exciting scenarios. I'm also excited to announce some fan-favorite appearances dropping with
I
this
remember
update.
when Maul got shown because it was not the
With the
suit
Battle
we
on
wanted.
Scarif update, we've realized our vision with Star Wars Battlefront 2 to empower you to immerse yourself in epic battles from your favorite Star Wars era your own way.
Join me.
How's it
I'm
been 2
extremely
years?
proud of what the team has accomplished through launch and the many updates after. We now hand it over to you. With the servers, in-game challenges, and recurring events continuing to stay live,
Sucks, doesn't it? Every
we
single
look forward
time.
to hearing your stories from the Battlefront for years to come.
Every single time.
On behalf of all of us, thank you very much, and may the Force be with you always.
You know, still the best Star Wars game today. Just insane. Thought I'd go over that, you know. I remember I was sat in this exact same spot 2 years ago, and in the Game Changers Discord, Ben posted to it, and I was also in the Battlefront subreddit Discord, and then it was posted, and everyone was like, last update. I was like, no. No. This isn't happening. No way. We're at the peak. They're joking. And I watched that, and yeah. Well, it's not about quantity of heroes, it's about quality. You could have 100 heroes and they'd be bad. I'd rather have 20 good heroes. But yeah, it's just look at this. The last update to EA Star Wars was like, what year was this? 2020. It's gonna be like 2 years. I guess Fallen Order will get a trailer, but man, these videos. Anyway, let's talk about LEGO Star Wars. So, in my last video, I said there's been a lot of movement regarding the game on Steam, right? So, let's go down to... So, a few days ago, I made a video and said, it's gone through QA, it's gone to Master. And then we get to localization internal. and Master. And then yesterday it goes back to TTQA. And then, this is where it gets really interesting. Look at all this red, then look at all this green. External Review Master. This means this is going out to partners to review for testing to make sure there's no last game-breaking bugs they can find before it goes public. Look at all this green. They are gearing up for a patch next week, I think. It's got to be next week. Oh yeah. Tyson, 100%. Squadrons in VR is incredible. So, yeah. They're gearing up. An update's coming. I think it's going to be May 4th. With the DLC. Typically, updates don't release at the end of a week because, in case there's any issues. It's usually the start, Monday or Tuesday, so. It is Tyson, it is Marcus. So as you can see, as of 7 hours ago, they did a build for external review. I'd imagine it won't be Monday, but Tuesday, but probably I would say it's going to be Wednesday when the patch, the DLC releases. I'm having kebab. Oscar, thank you very much for returning as a member. Look at that. Oscar gets all the cool badges. So, I've been asked by a lot of people, do you think character customization is coming to the game? Nope. Almost everyone from the dev teams left TT Games or moved on to the next game. So, I just genuinely wouldn't expect anything. No more DLC. So, do you play out, or what do you mean? No beans today. What do you think of people saying the ATST like? I mean, it's definitely ATST like in the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, but I don't know. Is it going to be any good? Probably not. I'm just going to hopefully see something cool Star Wars related, but I doubt. It's Kingdom Hearts and Square Enix. Show the play. There we go. I ate most of it because it came earlier than I thought. Yeah, like, it makes me laugh. During Battlefront 2's launch, it was, we don't want a live service Star Wars game. We don't want live service Star Wars games. Now everyone wants Lego Star Wars, Squadrons, Fallen Order, which are single player games. Well, not Squadrons, but Fallen Order and whatnot, and Lego Star Wars, to be live service games. But they were never designed with intent to be that, because they're single player, boxed experiences. Yes, no chips. I've already eaten all the kebab pretty much. I've got ice cream. It's downstairs in the fridge. I'll be eating that after this. It is tea time. This is for you, Aneltan. This is for you. To all the Germans out there, all the Turkish, like Aneltan, he loves this. When will they make Battlefront 3? They won't. I mean, maybe one day, in 10 years. So, Ben and Jerry's cookie dough, specifically. Why on earth would we not want live service? Because some people just want to buy a game, play the game, and that's it. They don't want another thing to. I can understand their perspective. Like, I would love live service stuff, but that's because I'm a content creator and that's my type of thing. But I can understand from some people's perspectives, young kids or older adults that just want to buy a game and don't have to have microtransactions. They don't need all this and the, every time they go onto the game, it needs an update. Things like that. Hello, Only Human. The hope is that's what's going to happen, Finley. I don't think it's going to fix every game-breaking bug, but I imagine it fixed the majority. I will be making top 5 mods of the week for Skywalker Saga. It was meant to be last week, it was meant to be this week. Probably going to be next week, maybe the week after. I've got a lot of things to work on before I can get that out the door, so. It's not a third-person shooter. It's going to be a first-person shooter, Spider-Man. It's already been announced, but like it won't be revealed probably for like 2 years. I think the update will come Wednesday with the DLC. It might not come Wednesday. It might need another week. But this tells me it's very soon. Like, this didn't happen previously, so... I think Star Wars Eclipse will either not come out, which is... It sucks because the concept is great, but the people making it... Well, the top guy making it I don't agree with, but... The, I can't see it coming before 2026. How about the new second... Oh, funny will. Alright, let's move on to more LEGO Star Wars. So, when I was looking through the schedule of Star Wars Celebration, on Friday, there is the Summer of LEGO Star Wars at the Galaxy stage. And it says, join the LEGO group and Lucasfilm as we celebrate the Summer of LEGO Star Wars. Now, it's about consumer products, games, and animation. It specifically says, dive into the expansive galaxy within the newly released LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga video game. Discover brand new construction sets that will make sure that will keep you busy this year. Now, some people have said maybe they're going to announce an update for the game in terms of content. I don't think it will be that. This is an advert for the upcoming LEGO Star Wars summer sets. Probably the sets that are about to release. And then they'll use this opportunity to sell the Skywalker Saga to all the people that have not bought the game yet. I don't think it's going to be, hey, we're adding character customizer, or hey, we're adding a Clone Wars DLC pack. I just don't think that's going to happen. It's for an hour, but I think they'll spend like 50 minutes of it talking about the new sets that I've just released, and then maybe 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes is about the Skywalker Saga, how much of a success it's been, why you should get it, this, that, and the other. So, I hope I'm wrong, but you've never played them before, Wayborn. That's interesting. That it was my first ever Star Wars game, the original Battlefront. Is there another LEGO animated show? No, but it was leaked by credible sources. There is going to be, either this year or next year, another film. Like the Terrifying Tales, so. So I'll probably live stream this event for you guys, but I'd expect it's mostly just going to be about actual LEGO sets that are going to be announced or are about to be released. So, as if Will's just timed out Tyson. Come on. Now, let's move on to the next thing on the agenda for Star Wars games, which is Star Wars Hunters. So, this has a panel. The next Star Wars game to release has a panel. It says, join Zynga and the Lucasfilm teams to learn about how the spectacle will come to life. Hear developer insights and see behind-the-scenes glimpses at upcoming content. So again, this is on for an hour. And this will be hopefully giving us a release date for the game. It's coming to Switch and mobile, and probably consoles at a later date. Home consoles, not the Switch, obviously. We'll get into that later, someone, because it got leaked yesterday. So, maybe they'll give us a release date. That is true, Danban. I think it's gonna maybe announce the film. Maybe it will be a show, but it was a film that was leaked, so I'd assume it's probably gonna be that. So, now, let's talk about this game. The sequel to the second best-selling Star Wars game of all time.
Wasn't always like this.
Jedi Fallen Order. The sequel to this game was pretty anticipated.
3 rules to survive.
There's a lot of talk about it.
stand out.
Morbius Sweet. There you go. I don't tell. I remember watching this.
The past.
I was there in person at Celebration.
Trust. No one.
Yes, Dan, you're right. It's interesting that that's getting novel. I'd assume they're going to try and tie in the characters into maybe something a little bit more than just the game and book. I mean, one of the hunters is actually in Imara from Bex is already in one of the comics, so.
Whatever you do,
Okay, so
don't reach
the news
within.
about this game. We have a release date. Release year. I know, Trevor, I don't know why.
Stand out.
I pointed it out in multiple videos months ago. And I got so many comments saying, you're wrong, it's still there. And I was like,
66.
am I just like completely... Am I missing something? And people were saying I was wrong in videos every time I brought it up, so I stopped bringing it up. And then it's still not there on release, and now everyone's complaining. Exactly, Elusive. It's, this was a good trailer. This game has some really good trailers. There's better ones, but... Excuse me.
Trust. Only
Yeah, this part was hype.
in the Force.
When you saw that hilt. Yeah. That was good. Yeah, the run up to that game was pretty insane. There was so many good trailers for this. There we go. Let's just watch the launch trailer. This was a good trailer.
We've lost.
I agree, Arnold Tan. It would have been nice.
The Empire's hunting Jedi survivors. Now, they know who you are.
I can't change
This
the
was
past.
good.
You trust
By this point, I'd already played the game for like 6
But I'm
hours.
done hiding.
I couldn't tell you guys. I was in LA at Disneyland playing the game. I couldn't make a video on it either.
You will always struggle. It's the choice to keep
Here's
fighting
Grandmaster Yoda.
that makes us who we are.
Yeah, the trailers for this. I love this bit
Feel
with
the
BD as well.
Force on Xbox.
So let's get into the Fallen Order news. So, actually, you know what? I'm gonna go and get. Let me put a new trailer on. I'm gonna go get my ice cream. I'll play a trailer and then I'll be back. All right. Let's see. We'll get into the news after I've got my ice cream. I just need to go get it. What trailer should we put on? We've had Fallen Order. What do we do? What am I feeling? Oh. Rise of Skywalker trailer? I'm gonna get my ice cream in a moment, but I'm gonna set this to loop. Enjoy the best trailer for a Star Wars game. Enjoy. I'm back, and we gotta watch the full trailer now. We gotta watch the full trailer. This part, we have to watch this every single like other month. Can you believe it's going to be 3 years? About time, Will. So let's get into the news then. So yesterday, I was watching a games journalist called Jeff Grubb's live stream. And he said, he's very credible by the way, Fallen Order 2 is coming next year. It was meant to come, well, there was targeting at the end of this year, as you'd expect. Cool. Not happening. It sucks to say it's been pushed back a little bit to give them more time. On top of that, it's going to be PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC only. It's not going to be on PS4 or Xbox One, which is a great thing. I was worried that they were going to develop the game for the Xbox One, PS4, but the good news is they're dishing it behind, so... The questions are, though, when are we going to see it? It's going to be revealed at Star Wars Celebration. As in the name. And that's probably it. It doesn't have a panel, but I believe there is a slot. And Jeff said it might fill that slot. There's just nothing confirmed yet. So that's why there's not been a panel announced like there was last time. Well, Series S is only like £240. They're easy to get. There are every Xbox in stock. You can, for the past month, you can walk into a store and buy an Xbox. It's easy. I think we'll get like a teaser trailer. It'll just be like a voiceover of Cal. Maybe show like the rocks like they did last time, the stone, and then give us the title. Now, speaking of the title, Jeff has said he's put it somewhere, multiple times out there. Is it in his tweets? I don't know. We're going to have to go look for it. Play the best sort of... I mean, maybe... Come on. The Eclipse trailer, it's using assets from 2013. Not even a Star Wars game. Exactly. It's easy to make this game for next gen. Last gen sucks. We know that. It's awful. They don't want to make games for it anymore. And it's easy to get an Xbox. And come next March, you're probably going to have a PS5, so... We don't know Sysom. And it's hard to know. Like, we don't really have an idea. I don't really know where it could go. And that's what excites me. Because we generally have no idea what's going to happen. It's obviously going to have Cal again and the crew. I just can't imagine them just scrapping the idea because Cal's so famous now. Like, Cal is more famous than most Clone Wars characters. Exactly, Elusive. There's now more people that own an Xbox Series X or a PS5 than owned an Xbox One or PS4 at the same time frame. Like, it was never a problem last gen, so... Hal is a Clone Wars character. I mean, not quite. He's not in the. He's not in the show. So we need to find the name before Star Wars Celebration. How many days we got? We have, well, weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 weeks to find this name, and then it'll probably be revealed anyway. But it is exciting. It's just a shame it's coming out next year. We've got to wait almost a year. Why don't you just get a job, Will? I feel like that's what's going to happen, Tyson. It's for sure going to have a trilogy. Going to be a trilogy. This game is probably going to sell 20 million copies like the last one. So, and if it's a better game, it might do even better. Also, if you follow Star Wars leaks, you will know that there's going to be a certain connection to Fallen Order in a certain Star Wars show. Two jobs in can't afford a Series X. Well, that's your problem, Will. So, let's move on to the next bit of news, which is not clear cut. Um, this is so. Let me go back a few days. So, a guy posted a list of Bethesda leaks. Starfield, Elder Scrolls 6. And there was a line at the bottom. Mandalorian MMO being made by ZeniMax. So that caused everyone to be like, Mandalorian MMO? This is new. Well, the guy deleted his tweet. And it appears most of the stuff in his thing is fake. But Nick, who is an Xbox insider sort of person, he's pretty credible. He said he personally did not hear that Mando game was an MMO. He heard about it a year ago. He's not discussed it since until this. He claims this leak is he can back up this leak, but then other people are saying it's not real. This is where it gets tricky. I do feel like if multiple people have brought up the idea of a Mando game, there is obviously something in the works at Xbox regarding a Mando game. At Bethesda specifically, at one of their studios. Hello, Later Goose. Evidently, there is a Mando game in development at Bethesda. I think that's the case. It's just, what studio, and what is it going to be? Or it's just in the early stages, and people are talking, and then, yeah. So, we're going to be getting a Mando game. I mean, it's evident. He's the most marketable character next to Grogu. And Grogu's in Mando. If EA had Battlefront 2 still going on, we'd have had Mando by now. Like 2 years ago. Almost 2 years ago. So, I'm confident there is a Mando game in development. Why wouldn't there be? That's probably not going to be the case. Star Wars Galaxies isn't back. Exclusive Mando game? I mean, probably. Because this game, I think it was either Nick or Jez that said, no, it wasn't, no, there was definitely an Xbox insider that said they was wanting to focus on Star Wars games. over Marvel, Xbox. Maybe it was Jeff. I think it was Jeff that said it. How would a Mando game even work? I don't know. Maybe it's a prequel to the show. Or I don't it's hard to say. I'm sure they will figure it out. They've really figured stuff out recently, so but it's not an MMO most likely. Whatever this leak was here that got deleted, it's not true. And isn't an MMO. Whatever stage of development this is. Speaking of which, the Xbox and Bethesda showcase got announced with a date, June 12th. Could we see Star Wars there? Yeah. We could see the sequel to Fallen Order there. Because EA Play is not happening this year. And there's not... Because it's a year out, we're not going to be getting gameplay. So, I think we'll get the full trailer at this event. Hello, Dottie. Hello, Noah. Well, here's the thing. It's like every Bethesda game from Starfield is going to be an exclusive. The only games, Activision games that are going to be exclusive are going to be like World of Warcraft and Call of Duty. So. I mean, Anastasia, like, what's your credentials? Like, what dev team? You know. Hello, Pietro. What are we talking about? Just Star Wars gaming news. Also, we have a new update from Bespin Bulletin. Exclusive updates on the production of Ahsoka, Grammar Rodeo, and possibly a Droid story. Yes, that's right. Tyson once again coming back as a channel member. Thank you so much. So let's read this report with pictures from the set from Bespin Bulletin. He's going to start with Ahsoka. So, let me zoom in. So he says he was first to begin with filming due to take place. Currently, I do not know if filming has begun, but they have stated that the work on creating sets at the train yard, filming location used for the Mandalorian, the Book of Boba Fett, and Obi-Wan Kenobi has, they're building sets there. I was told over 3 weeks ago that the sets due to be constructed at the train yard appear to be some sort of temple ruins, perhaps a Jedi temple, with sources telling me the set looks like ancient Roman ruins. Last week I managed to get a glimpse of the set being built. So we have some pictures. This is the Ahsoka set being built. Thank you, Will. So, legs of a statue? Possibly. Looks like it's got some feet and legs. That's all we have for Ahsoka for the time being, but shout out to Bespin Bulletin as usual for actual real leaks to do with Star Wars. Do you think we'll get Luke and Ahsoka? Well, given Anakin's in it, yeah. I think it's fairly strong, likely he's going to show up at some point. The season 2 of Book of Boba Fett is probably not coming next year. Yeah, they've not even started on that. So what's been up with it? You mean Ahsoka? Star Wars: A Droid Story has remained extremely quiet since its announcement back in December 2020, and was originally slated to release sometime 2021, but the windows came and went. In recent weeks, I've heard various Lucasfilm-related happenings at Pinewood Studios, London, and that actors, motion capture artists, motion capture actors, and movement performers have been hard at work on a Star Wars project in the recent weeks. So, looks like Droid Story is coming. Lots of motion capture used for this project. I'm now leaning towards this being towards Droid Story to intersect animation and visual effects, with Lucasfilm Animation and ILM both working on the project. Being on Boba's character development, I mean, I think he's fine. You know, I feel like his development in the The series was good. It was just the series that lacked, you know. Yeah, I don't think Forlom's going to be a character. I think he's going to be like an Easter egg. Lastly, Grandma Radio, that's the code name for a show, which is due to film in June until December at Manhattan Beach Studios, also in Culver City, which I exclusively reported on a handful of weeks ago. Since then, I've learned that the mysterious project will also film at California State University, though I don't know the specifics at this time. So, we got 3 projects coming very soon. You know when Bad Batch is going to release? Or how do you know everything about games and Star Wars? It's like, Bad Batch isn't happening. Like, until later this year. Let's see if there's been an update to Steam. 8 hours ago. So, nothing this evening. What about KOTOR? We did have some info on KOTOR. It's coming 2023. Fall 2023. And it's going to be mostly the same game. But modernized quite a lot. I don't know what Special Strike is. I don't think it's Star Wars, is it? So, yeah, KOTOR, I think we'll probably get more news towards the end of the year. Maybe like at the Game Awards or whatever the state of play Sony does. Thanks for tuning in, Elusive. I don't think Cad Bane's going to be in Kenobi. Kenobi's going to be using a blast because he can't use his lightsaber. I mean, you spelled my name wrong, Tyson. Okay. What do you think about potentially seeing Force Ghost Anakin and Luke interact in Ahsoka? It's possible. I'd imagine we're going to get far more Anakin. I don't think Luke's going to be really in it. Do you think Ahsoka has voice acting in the Skywalker Saga? See, before we saw all the DLC packs, I would have said yes. But now I'm not confident. It's weird. I still think she's got more of a chance from the Rogue One DLC. But I don't know. What do you think? I mean, the Bad Batch surely have got to have voice lines. Yeah, I agree, Tyson. Yeah, it's weird. Like, if the Bad Batch don't have voice lines, I don't know what to say. They have D. Bradley Baker voicing the clones. Even if they just reuse the voice lines to an extent, if they work, I won't mind. But part of me thinks they're just gonna completely ignore it and not have any. And that'd be a real shame. I think there'll be a lot of backlash. Specifically Ahsoka. Ahsoka still can't get over it. It's been 2 years. I understand, it's been like 2 years since they made these DLC packs, which it has been. I checked, but Marvel's on. I mean, it's just I'm not even signed in. I'm not even signed in, Altan. Not my page. I think TC Games got so much work done before 2020, and then like didn't do anything in terms of like characters. Because the date of the Bad Batch pack was like early 2021 before the DLC even got even the show aired. So yeah, it sucks if that's going to be the case. They don't have any voices. I'm most excited for Moff Gideon though. Excuse me, and Hunter. If Hunter actually has his vibro knife, that'll be a first for the game. This ice cream. I nearly ate it all. It's nice though. Get some sleep, Tyson. Do you play Rocket League? I have played it sometimes. Good night, Tyson. Thanks for tuning in. Just seeing what's is there any news that might have happened whilst we've been on stream? Let me check. Sometimes this happens, Reckon might have a vibro knife? Possibly. Let's see. No news. No news so far. As far as I can tell. So. Nothing's broken on stream. You love the Bad Batch? I mean, I know some people that really love the show, but there were some episodes that were just not needed. What videos should we watch? What other trailer should we watch? Let's get some nostalgia going. Should we watch... What should we watch? Gameplay launch trailer.
We will witness the destruction of the Alliance and the end of this insignificant rebellion.
Soldiers of the Rebel Alliance, this is our most desperate
This is the
hour.
faster.
You are our only hope.
I remember when this dropped. I like rushed out to make a video.
Walker.
I ran out of college.
For the rebellion.
Don't get in my
It always
way.
made me laugh seeing that half. A lot of people make fun of that. Like, why is she
That won't happen
wearing that
again.
appearance?
Prevent the walkers from reaching the space.
Your victory will be short-lived.
Underrated scene.
Now it's my turn. All wings. Blast them into submission.
This is a lot of fun.
May the Force be with us.
Love that, man. This was my favorite part of the
Your
trailer.
pathetic rebellion ends here.
There was way too much emphasis on making it an FPS game. What other trailer should we watch? Let's watch the Battlefront 2 reveal. Because it's just been 4 years. 5 years even. Like the other day.
I've waited 30 years for this. I still remember.
I remember
my
getting
last
to watch
orders.
this like 6 weeks before it released publicly.
The day the real war began.
And a lot of it was like unfinished. Like they didn't even have some
The
scenes in at all.
rebellion cannot be allowed to persist.
It was pretty cool to see like unrendered parts, like some of it's just a storyboard with all the sound effects in.
Forces. That's the point, Sergeant.
This was like partially storyboarded.
Impossible.
Commander, what do we do now?
We avenge our emperor.
I just remember holding the camera at the celebration and knew Maul and Yoda was going to come. This was going to happen. And I just knew people were going to cheer. I was like, I need to record it. I filmed it all so I can get it ready. And then I knew Palpatine was coming and Luke.
Hope cannot save them.
Yeah, the reaction was great. Oh, I love that shot on the battle jacket. Yeah, this is where it gets crazy. When we saw Starkiller Base and Mos Eisley, and then the iconic Maul vs. Yoda. Yeah, that's when everyone went crazy. We got to see Rey, and then we also got to see Kylo, and that's when everyone went crazy as well. Like this was a good scene. Yeah. Just thinking back, it was surreal to see the sequel trilogy in a photorealistic Star Wars game. Like it was in Galaxy of Heroes, but just it was really strange to see, you know. And now it's like we want more of it. So great. It's hard to believe that was 5 years ago. It's gonna be 5 years since EA Play gameplay reveal, which was interesting to say the least. I remember playing Feed 4 weeks before EA Play. We was given feedback and also recording the trailer. I'll get it up. Where is it? So, in the trailer, I can tell you who I was. So, we didn't film. So this bit, I was a B2. I was one of these B2 droids. I think this was me. I was on the grass. I was told to be on the grass. So I believe this was me, or either I'm this clone, because we did 2 takes. I was a clone for one, and a B2 droid for the other. So I'm either one of these. I think I'm either this clone or that clone, or one of like this B2. How often do you play Battlefront 2? Not at all. For this, I can't remember where I was. I was also told to be just walk into the ATRTs firing and just die. Like don't shoot but purposely miss. Excuse me. This was all pre-done.
Sector is clear. Not clear. Not clear.
And then we get to the next bit. So I was one of these clones. I don't know which one I was. I don't think I was in this area of the map. But specifically, I was one of the clones here. I was. We basically told us to be heavies and just purposely keep shooting but missing the droids, so they wouldn't kill people. So I'm one of the clones of the. I was basically under these, so I think you might be able to see. So you know these clones here? There's one down just below this jet troop, and I'm there. I'm the heavy. All of this was all pre-rendered, I think. But yeah, it's that was one fun experience. Like they just needed, so typically they'd get the game testers to help out, but they was really busy testing the game for EA Play. So they couldn't. It was like just us and a couple of the other developers. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, good times, good times. I miss that. You know, going to DICE every couple of months and giving feedback on a game that wasn't out. Seeing the game progress, and then the game just failed at launch. Yeah, it was quite a bad time. Let's put Battle of Geonosis trailer on. We gotta go and include this, you know.
The balance of the Force has been shaken. The Clone Wars have begun.
Target that speeder! Watch out! Together, brothers! Give him everything we've got!
Your move.
Yeah, another great trailer. I was sat with Ben in the hotel. So there was me, River, and Ben sat next to each other talking about the Geonosis event. And I was scrolling through Reddit, and someone had leaked it. And I said, Ben, the trailer's leaked. I showed him my phone, and his face just dropped. And yeah, that was quite an interesting. It was like 10 o'clock at night. I just arrived at the hotel to play Geonosis early, and the trailer leaked like 3 days early. So they just ended up posting it. I couldn't make a video on the damn trailer because I was at the hotel and went to play the game early, obviously. Exactly, Dan. Like, I remember everyone overanalyzing, it was the Starfighter Assault trailer, and people thought it was Anakin speaking to Ahsoka. Everyone was convinced it was Anakin and Ahsoka, but it was just a rebel pilot. Or was it Ahsoka speaking to Anakin? I can't remember. And I was like, why? No. And I knew at the time, because I'd played the full game, like 6 months early. There was no Anakin. There was no Ahsoka, obviously. And I just had to keep telling people, it's not who you think it is. And everyone was like convinced it was Anakin and Ahsoka or something like that. I can't remember. It was so long ago. That's coming up to 5 years soon. So yeah, throwback, right? The good times. The good times we did have, you know? Anyway, I'm going to end the stream there, guys. Thanks very much for tuning in. I thought I'd check in with you for an hour a bit. I'm going to try and stream more. We'll stream some games soon. So, hopefully next week. Probably next week. I'll see you guys next week, alright? Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye.